What's going on, Super Truckers? I'm Michael.
I'm Christian.
And, well, yeah,
Hey,
that's how we do this.
what's up, guys? We're back. We're here to talk about understanding your net settlement. Pretty simple topic, but some guys out there need some help understanding it.
Yep. I mean, it's one of those things that if you think you got a grasp on, but you really don't, it can slip past you. Little things, everything from deductions, gross versus net, fuel, all kinds of things.
Yeah, and also when you start your week, right? Understanding when the week begins and ends for your current carrier, so that does make a difference on what your net settlement's going to be for that week.
Yeah, there's I've had a few drivers start who actually, I guess at some of previous companies, they had the freedom of working like Wednesday to Wednesday. I understand the thought process, run the whole weekend type deal, get the full 70. However, the way our pay schedule sets up, that breaks that into 2 weeks, and so can kind of be detrimental.
Yeah, because even sometimes the orientation, if you do it late in the week, and it depends how many loads you can get in, that settlement check, it may not look as good as it should.
Yeah.
Right. So going back to it, right. So what are some identifying key factors to keep an eye out for?
Well, I think first with any company you want to understand deductions. I really think that's important. We can talk big numbers all day long, but it's what goes into your pocket at the end. That has something to do with it. Some of us are easily distracted. So it's about what winds up in your pocket. We can talk big numbers all day long. I can sell you all day long on big numbers, but at the end of the day, what do you take it home? And I think that's the first and foremost thing for me. I would say would be one of the most important things is understanding of my settlement is exactly what are you going to take out of it.
Yeah, I mean, even
what's my commitment?
Even some prime example. I had a guy call me on the recruiting call. He said he was grossing 7,500. We're at his current company, almost 8,000, but netting 2,500.
Yeah,
I mean that's astronomical. What are they deducting?
Right. I mean, and also see what happens is that could be like a Wednesday to Wednesday guy. So even though to his mind it's only one check, it really has 2 weeks worth of deductions in it too. So that's the other thing is how is your company's pay schedule set up and operate within that. And generally they're going to want to dispatch you based upon that parameter anyways. So understanding that, hey, maybe you did run Wednesday to Wednesday, Thursday to Thursday, whatever it was, but if your current company your new company is Monday to Sunday or Monday to Monday, stick with that, get in that pattern so that you get the full amount and you're not seeing those double deductions and stuff like that. So that's another suggestion.
Yeah, because even sometimes when you run just one load for the week, remember those deductions are going to hit if they have a trailer fee, if they have the escrow, if you're contributing towards that and you're still new to the company. So all those deductions are going to exist. So either perhaps you can strategically identify that maybe you can start a fresh week on a Sunday night, Monday morning.
True.
That's one of the things that you want to tackle. You don't want to surprise, and depending if they hold the week back, I mean, it's gonna feel like you've been running for a long time before
you see any of that money. Yeah.
And then the first check you get is gonna be that big. So you want to be able to calculate that and make sure that that's part of the equation. So that's one of the biggest things. Number two is kind of like you mentioned the rate per mile. I guess, right? Don't look at just the
how
gross.
are you paid? I mean, is it a percentage? Is it a rate per mile? Understand that process, having a good grasp of it, so that you know when to accept a load and when to decline a load. Because if you're a rate per mile kind of company and that's who you're running for, and you understand I need to maximize my miles. If you're a percentage kind of guy, it may be the exact opposite. I may want to do as much money in little miles as possible to see the most return on my investment. So,
yeah, and that's challenging for a lot of first-time owner operators who come from being a company driver that are being paid by mileage. So when you're on that mileage band, I mean, you're just programmed. You're programmed more miles, more money, and it's a game changer when you go to a percentage. So just kind of be aware of that. That's another key factor. Get with your dispatcher. Let them know, like, hey, listen, I come from this world of rate per. I'm a mileage band, and so now you're entering this new arena. They could probably give you some good guidance and all that, or at least help you through the process.
It all depends on the company you're with, and I think these are questions that especially for first-time owner operators or owner operators that are coming from a different company. These are questions that you ask in orientation. They should be able to provide you with the majority of this information before you even take your first load, so that you can have a better understanding of what works for you and for your truck.
Yeah, and then pretty soon, once you've adapted to that, turning on the switch on and off becomes easy, as once you're a seasoned seasoned owner operator.
So, I mean, that's 3 good points right there of things to look for in your settlements that can give you a good understanding of what to expect, how to maximize them then into your pocket to understand it. And what do you think? Anything else on that?
No, other than hey, if you ever not have an opportunity to meet in front of the recruiter or somebody in the at the current location, ask them to show you a sample settlement. Highlight deductions. Some people aren't going to talk to them up front, and then you're going to feel as if they're hidden fees. What I do personally, when I get an opportunity to put a face to a name and have the owner operator get in front of me, I'll print up sample settlements. Guys that use our plate program, guys that don't, guys that use our insurance, guys that don't. So you can actually
see the difference.
And
it's tangible, something they can hold, see, and feel. Yeah.
And then that makes the world of difference, because once you have a clear understanding of what the deductions are, then the better you can plan your week and
absolutely.
And your
because that
finances.
determines on how you run as an owner operator. So we hope you find this information helpful, useful. And the only thing I can share, Christian, I know some of these people on YouTube out here, they don't know who I am, but finally Coke has recognized me and they know who I am, and I'm legend, baby.
He's legend.
All right, Super Truckers, leave us some posts down below. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll catch you on the next one. Drive safe.
Keep on trucking.